Hey, all my loyal subjects, it's me, Princess Swordheart, the Gamer Queen here, back with another Let's Play of Bugsnax, style of Bigsnax for the PS4, but possibly the finale. As we continue on our journey on Broken Tooth Island, as in the last video, we've seen that revelations between Shelda and Floofty started to happen, as we know they don't see eye to eye, but when they really start to discover a little bit more about each other, it really shows that their little rivalry definitely coming to a head. But alright, so before we get started with the next part of the DLC, I'm aiming for a goal of 5,000 subscribers here on the channel, as currently analytics have been showing that a lot of you guys out there who watch my videos has not subscribed yet, and that is crazy. Because if you're new to the channel and want to see more awesome content like this here on the channel in the future, make sure to smash that subscribe button below to join my kingdom of heroes for more awesome content in the future like this, but to also help us reach that next goal soon. As currently, we just reached 3,500 subscribers! Yeah! But alright, so without further ado, it is time for us to get right back into the Isle of Bigsnax. Oh, but first, Chandler what he wanted. A silly sticks.
Whoa!
Right, turns.
I think I ate too much.
Oh, Chandler.
So good though. No regrets! Hey, while you were out there, I've been thinking. Before I go, I need some major guidance. Normally there's stuff I can't talk about, cause Snorpy's always listening in. So, if not now, when?
Right. Cause let's get you some guidance, Chandler.
Hey, Shell Dog. Can I get some of your wisdom?
Always, my child.
I'm worried about Snorpy.
Once more shall you be reminded. Snorpy is safer than we, Chandlo. Ease your burden.
That's not what I mean. I'm worried about the way he's been. All the paranoid stuff, the anxiety. I thought bringing Snorpy out here, out into nature, it might mellow him out. Flush all the bad vibes out of his system. But it's only gotten worse. I've known Snorpy all my life, but it feels like he's getting further away from me and I just don't know what to do.
One must, in the path of the mother. No, hold on. One does not want one's words to be misinterpreted when one says, that boy needs therapy.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I'm trying to do that. I make sure he's safe, I listen to his problems, I try to help him feel valid, all of that stuff.
Chandlo, you are strong and wise and wonderful, and you can do everything to support him. But you cannot fix him. Understand? Snorpy is lost in a maze of his own making, and it will take a professional to help him escape.
That's a lot to take in. I need to think about it. Thanks for your wisdom, Shelda.
Thank me when you actually take my advice.
Hey, bro. While I'm still out here, I want to talk to Triffany and Floofty too. There's still more I gotta know, you know?
Alright, so that one's pretty good, because just Chandler getting to talk about Snorpy with Shelda, because I just love how the DLC is going further into everyone's relationships, because it's definitely what's making the Isle of Bigsnax DLC pretty great. Alright, but how's the analysis going?
Need your distractions. I've obtained dried particles of plant slurry. I have no way to analyze them. It's like living in the Stone Age.
What about Shelda?
Perhaps if I had a particle separator, an electron microscope, and a degree in botany. Bah, plants are not my area of
But
expertise.
Shelda's is.
You cannot be serious. I
Floofty.
would sooner eat my bow tie than listen to a word of Shelda's advice.
Come on. Do you
Columbus
know
is
another
actually
plant
quite
expert?
accomplished in plant cultivation. However, he has vowed never to speak to me again after the Noodler incident.
What happened with Noodler exactly? Oh, what if Shelda
If
can
Shelda
help?
knows the secret of the shrink spice, I will eat my bow tie.
Ugh.
Well, since you clearly won't stop pestering me about this, let us go see Shelda.
Alright.
One senses the reek of a foul presence.
Cease your hostilities, Shelda. I am here on business. I've been informed that you may possess a rudimentary understanding of phytochemical reactions, which I am in need of.
Strike the stars from the sky! The Wicked One has come to me for guidance. But surely one's ancient ways are far too primitive compared to the miracles of modern science.
I do not appreciate your sarcasm. If you do not wish to help me, then simply say so and be gone with you.
One would never. It is one's path to offer guidance to all who seek it, no matter how undeserving they may be.
Very well. Then I require an analysis of the shrink spice. Tell me what is in it, and be quick about it. Please.
Yes. A poultice made in the herbological traditions of the mother. Though its purpose I cannot condone. If that is what you desire, then one will enter the olfactory realm to find the answers you seek.
Waft. Don't sniff.
I know that. So many subtle aromas. Witch hazel, cinnamon, black tea, each a natural remedy for inflammation. And among these astringents, oil of vitriol.
Oil of vitriol? That's sulfuric acid. A common but powerful desiccant. That certainly explains the burning sensation.
Floofty, did you tell the journalist to throw acid at you?
Well, this has been surprisingly not a waste of time. I am going to leave now. I may call on your services again.
And you're welcome.
Man, that is crazy. Because I didn't think sulfuric acid was in that. But, wow. So that explains just the pain from... Man. I feel bad for Floofty. Because I know I didn't want to throw it at them, but still. Because, man, that is like getting soap in your eyes. But during the time of this video and the last, I was trying to look at what the key we found was for. And I've seen people talking about a secret area in Boiling Bay that was missed. That was behind the ship that Floofty was living in during the time. I'm very excited to possibly use it in this video. As long as we can get the DLC done, because I want to get it done first before really going into anything else. Wait a minute. You know what we're gonna need? Collaboroni. Get everything opened up. Hopefully, got enough. Honey. lead him over. Yes. Because at least it should make it easier for getting shrink space now. From over here to catch celery sticks. The silly celery stick. You know, that's what it should be officially called if celery sticks becomes a meme, then I feel like the nickname should be celery sticks, the silly celery sticks. Just because silly it looks. Am I right? Just definitely vote in the comment. Well, definitely tell me in the comments if you guys think that. Alright? Excuse me, no emoji. Please don't attack me. Worse, turn me into a marketable plushie. Alright, Triffany. Any luck with the rubble?
It's not going too good. I'm starting to worry I might never
Triffany,
see the inside
you
of
can't
this
do it
temple.
alone. Maybe Floofy can figure something out?
Whip up some chemical that dissolves rocks and only takes 3/4 of their blood to make. It's safer for them if I don't ask.
Maybe Sheldon knows the secret way in?
But I don't know that I need even more riddles to solve. Besides, I've heard the sounds her back makes. She could really use a lie down.
Maybe Chandlo could push through?
Could. But if I put him in any danger, Snorpy's gonna hear about it. And then I'll hear about it every day for the rest of my life.
Maybe we could all work
I was
together to
afraid
open
you'd
it.
Say that. Sure, teamwork would really help out here. But those grumps can't go more than an hour without starting a big fight, and I
Triffany,
just freeze up.
because I know
You know,
she's worked
I'm
alone, but
expert in my
still.
field and all, but I'm not
Gotta
a
learn to be able to
management
work with
type.
people.
It's better if I just concentrate on my work and let them cool off on their own.
You don't really think they can cooperate?
I don't. These kind of spats, they just fester and grow, and before you know it, civilization collapses. Look,
I know
some folks
Triffany just doesn't want
get along.
anything to happen after
Some
what happened
mysteries
back on
just go
Snaktooth.
unsolved. There's nothing I can really do about it. But at least we gave it a shot. I'll see you back at the camp.
We're gonna get into that temple. Alright. But now we're gonna head back to camp and have Chandlo talk to Triffany and Floofy, as I'm very interested just to see what Floofy has to say, considering, you know, them and Snorpy are siblings. I'm really excited. Because we're just learning so much lore right now to the series itself. Hopefully Young Horse Games does announce Bugsnax 2, which is how popular this is. Alright. Oh! Alright, so ask Floofy. Chandlo wants to talk to
I suppose
you.
it was only a matter of time. Tell Cheddaboardle
Alright.
I will be with him shortly.
And I'm gonna go silent for
Are we
this.
here to speak ill of my brother? I will gladly go first. Complaint 1 of 294.
No, that's not why I asked you here. But I do want to talk about Snorpy. He wasn't like this when we were kids, right? I mean, he wasn't always so on edge, was he?
Snorpington has always had his imagination and his moral compass. But no, I suppose he's gotten markedly more distraught since our project's dissolution.
What happened between you two? I mean, I heard some of it from him, but I always wanted to hear your side too. And Snorpy doesn't really like me talking to you.
Oh, I'm aware. I have a pile of threatening letters to that effect. However, I will gladly take this opportunity to set the record straight. We were working together on a government-funded research project. Advanced prosthetics that are 10 times stronger than an ordinary Grumpus. But our dear Snorpington discovered that the government had less than savory plans for that technology. And despite my protestations, he tried to make those plans public knowledge.
Well, yeah, I don't blame him. Even you gotta admit, that's pretty jacked up, dog.
Am I the world's only optimist? That technology would have saved lives. If it must either exist with some consequences or not exist at all, I think the choice is clear.
Easy to say when you aren't the one living with the consequences.
Yeah, where did you come from? Shoo! Unfortunately, Snorpington agreed with you. He tried to play whistleblower, but before he could make a sound, we were both fired. And after that, there was a campaign to slander both of us, to discredit any allegations he might still make.
So, there really was a conspiracy against you two?
If you must call it that. But only the most boring sort with paperwork and lawsuits.
Still, that means it's not all in his head.
Don't mistake justification for reason. Snorpington has moved well beyond the realities of our situation.
All right, Floofty. Thanks for telling me all that.
Happy to have enlightened you. Honestly, I expected this conversation to involve more shouting and headlocks.
No, not this time. We're cool. But hey, we should talk more often. And maybe I can show you how to headlock me.
Perhaps. But for now, my work beckons.
Man, so that is crazy. Just the fact that we just learned where Snorpy's fear of the Grumpinati stems from. Basically, the project that he and Floofty were working on for the government. But I gotta say, funny how the Grumpinati are actually real in this. With the end Bugsnax and all, what we discovered. But alright, so let's ask Triffany to talk to Chandlo, because man, I feel like this would be a really awesome setup for a good sequel.
Oh, I'm happy to chat with Chandlo. Let's meet by the campfire.
Awesome! And I'm gonna go silent again.
What's going on, Chandlo?
Triffany, you know about history and like ancient societies and stuff. Shelda said Snorpy's lost in a maze of delusion. But what if it's not a delusion? What if there really is a Grumpinati?
Well, I've done some research on my own, and near as I can tell, there's no such thing. At least not in the way you see in the movies. There's no shadowy cabal secretly in control of the world. Real conspiracies can happen. And heck, there was an old literary society called the Grumpinati. But aside from the name, it's not at all what Snorpy talks about.
Are you sure? I mean, I've seen Snorpy's charts, and they kind of make sense.
Kinda is the important word here, though. Look, there are points of data on that chart that are real, but it's all those strings between them that are made up.
No, those are real. We got them from Gramble.
Oh, Chandlo, that's not, what I...
Let it go, my child.
Point is, Snorpy might be a talented engineer, but he's no historian, and he's certainly not immune to bias, you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I hope you're right. Thanks for talking to me, Triff Dog.
No problem. And if you ever want to know more about failed conspiracies throughout history, you know where to find me.
Alright. Very nice detail with Triffany talking to Chandlo about the Grumpinati and everything after talking to Floofty about what happened with Snorpy. But alright. So what are we gonna do now?
I feel like there's a huge weight on top of me, and it's not the kind I can lift.
I know the feeling,
Snorpy never
Chandlo.
would have come to Snacktooth if I didn't push him into it.
Oh, Chandlo,
All I
hey!
do now is make him exercise and ignore all the stuff I don't understand. Shelda's right. I don't know enough to really help him. And thinking I do is only making it worse.
No, but
I'm gonna
still.
stay here. Until everybody's ready anyway. I need some time to just think.
Wow. Get huge part 4 complete. But alright. So we've finished
That's
investigating.
nice. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna go gather everybody up so we can share what we all learned. This might be a
All
long
right.
one, so let me know if you've still got some business to do.
Let's get started.
All right, everybody. Team meeting.
Cutscene time.
Thanks for meeting everybody. It seems like we've all had an interesting time so far, yeah?
Indeed. I must say, I'm eager to see what grisly curiosities you found in your studies, Professor.
Oh, I better not go first. I'm sure I'll just ramble on all night. Say, Chandlo, did you ever find a way to get bigger?
Not physically, nah. But I did grow in, like, a metaphorical way. Sorry I couldn't help more with the science.
Do not apologize, child. Knowing oneself is the most valuable kind of knowing.
And, Shilda, what did you find out about Mother Nature?
With some additional insight, one has learned that Bugsnax are indeed children of the mother, yet toxins still. Just as every fang dripping with venom, every flower glistening with poisonous sap. A reminder that nature can be very unkind.
Grump, yeah? Nature's hardcore!
Like some, the ancients may have worshipped the mother, but her light was lost on them. The tooth remains broken, and one believes that this was not the work of the divine. The truth of its destruction and rebirth remains shrouded.
That is so interesting. Oh, I swear, we've got to talk about history soon, Shilda.
But first, let us discuss my findings. With some minor assistance, I was able to reproduce the newly discovered shrink spice. After some experimenting, I've learned that these big bug snacks are actually small by default. Something about the snack matter on this island causes them to enlarge. I believe I understand the how, but I've yet to discover the why.
There is no why, Floofty. Things simply are.
Using my words against me. Invent your own wisdom, you sagacious charlatan.
I would if you ever listened to anybody but yourself.
Oh, please, let's not start. What's happening now?
Ha! You missed it, Drift Dog! Floofty and Shilda teamed up to brain slam this mystery!
They have?
Shocking, I know. The things I do for science.
Yes, the path is ever winding. But one apologizes for the distraction, as it is time to feast on the fruits of the historian's knowledge.
Oh, well, I've certainly learned a lot, but there are still plenty of mysteries abound, and I think it's possible we'll find all the answers inside the temple. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a collapsed hallway there, and I've got no way to get through.
I believe we may have a solution for that. My combined research with Shilda has produced something quite useful indeed.
Oh yeah! Floofty asked me to build
Don't ruin the surprise. Trust me, it will be very entertaining.
A more ominous sentence has never been uttered.
Well, that all sounds good to me. Let's head to the temple. Well,
Alright.
think you can do something about this debris?
Time to see what's in here.
Drift Dog? Floofty!
Possibly
let's get
that
the
last
thing
bug
ready.
snacks
Of course.
we have yet
the
to
thing.
find.
You, place your buggy ball on the ground.
All
in front
right.
of us.
Alright, bring out Sprout.
Good. Now turn around. And no peeking. We wouldn't want to ruin the surprise, would we?
Okay.
Alright. I've got it out of the
Sprout!
ball.
Slippery
What?
little thing.
What are you doing?
Still, or the needle will.
Oh!
What the grump is that stuff?
You'll live. There we go. And
Sprout? Oh my...
Whoa! Don't let go! Oh, no, you don't!
Huh?
Gotcha!
You may now turn around.
All right, bro. Feast your eyes on the new and improved
Whoa!
Pokeball!
You were able to turn Sprout large!
Engorged strabiform orbicular encasement, but we can't always get what we want.
With this much snack power, we can tear down that wall!
Alright.
We finally got a way in!
Good job,
Teamwork,
Sprout.
everybody.
Problem solved. You are
Right.
all very welcome.
Aw,
Yeah! Big
thanks,
Scrappy!
Floofty.
Center
And thank you,
yourself,
Chandler.
Chandlo. This is not a creation to be celebrated, but to be feared. But we did do pretty good, huh?
Ooh, I could ask a million questions about how that works.
Right,
First things
because
first,
after all, just the
poke
fact that it was
around these
reverse...
ruins.
That seems like the shrink spice was reverse engineered to become sort of a larger spice. Man, but that is crazy. Sealed well. Wait a minute, is that... That has to be the under snacks. So wait a minute. If that hole led to the... But I do wonder still what it all means.
This temple resembles nothing I've
'Cause
seen among
I
the
know-
followers of Mother
Because I played the end of Bugsnax and I know what that means.
Only in the worship of Bugsnax.
Because if this was another entrance into the Undersnacks, then it makes sense.
I really wish Snorpy was here to help. He loves this kind of stuff, but I don't think he could handle it.
This collapsed chasm. I suspect it was once quite deep. If only Snorpington had joined us, he could have given us a subterranean analysis. What a shame.
But definitely spoiling what would happen at the end of the game.
But then what happened? Oh! Sorry, are you finished already? If not, I'm a little busy here. Don't talk to me till I've had my archaeology.
Griffiny.
I should put that on a mug.
Alright.
That's
But
an
this was a
understatement.
bad place.
I told you that the stone grumps did ritual sacrifice.
Yeah, but this was a
yeah?
really bad place.
This was the place. They'd throw grumpuses down that pit, offering them up to whatever's down there.
Obviously,
Is
Bugsnax.
that why the Bugsnax here get so big? Because the soil's been uniquely fertilized?
Come check this out!
Huh?
I found this machine thing buried here. Kinda reminds me of Snorpy's lunch pads.
Indeed, yet large enough to launch something of significant size. In fact, it seems to be perfectly suited for the big buggy ball. I believe an experiment is in order.
Alright.
This collapsed chasm.
Alright, then let's bring Sprout over. Oh my god, I love how he looks so...
Got locked in there.
I just want to give him hugs.
Now what?
There seems to be a triggering mechanism on the back. It may require a jolt from the snack grappler to activate.
Alright. Let me bust out the snack grappler. Aha! Huh?
No, that can't be a good sign.
What did you all do?
The disturbance is emanating from the sealed pit!
Ready yourselves!
Oh no!
Grave danger approaches!
Bros, I get the feeling I'm about to get dunked on again.
What? Whoa. Cheddaboardle Rex. The king of the jungle rules. As an attack. Wow. Tiffany, be prepared for a monster challenge or you'll get jacked until you're black and blue. Oh my god, the cheese jokes. That is so crazy. Man, everyone's out. Alright, can't get Sprout. Man, keeps bouncing me everywhere. Fine. Wait a minute. Ha! Crack the glass. Alright, come on, Cheddaboardle Rex. Got ya. Looks like we're out of places to shoot. But are we? Sorry. Timbers is catching it. On. Alright. Alright, I think we're getting close. Someone's angry. Woo! Come on. Fine. Ah. Come on, Cheddaboardle Rex. Come on. Yes! Alright, and to go for the other one. Come on. Because man, it's just all about the timing and everything with these boss battles that you gotta really focus on. Be able to catch them? Uh-oh. Fine. Take one already. Oh! Ow. Alright. Just gotta wait for that window of opportunity to open. Man. Oh, one's on its back. Got ya. Oh! Bro! Come on, buddy. Go to the Cheddaboardle, Rex. Right. Should be easy enough to solve. Come on, buddy. Come on, that's it. That's it. There you go. Now! It's exposed. Not so high and mighty now, are you? Alright, get the trip shot and got ya. Oh. Alright. Chandlo!
That thing before it bulks up again.
Right. Alright.
Bro,
You okay?
I better.
Alright, let's see. Give Chandlo the Cheddaboardle Rex.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the adrenaline talking, but that's the best bug snack I've ever had. Whew. All right. Let's check if everybody's okay.
Awesome, Chandlo. Well, looks like this is definitely the end of the
Good to see we're
DLC
all
since
in
the
one
boss
piece.
fight happened.
That was the biggest snack I've ever seen. Nothing like a giant monster fight to get the blood pumping.
Speak for yourself. One is far too old for this.
Agreed. But now that the danger is past, I'd like to revisit what precisely all of this means.
You know, judging by the temple roof, the collapses, the crater...
Yeah?
I mean, it's just a thought, but I think ages ago something big came out of that pit.
Well, yeah. We just saw the Cheddaboardle come out of there.
Ha! If the Cheddaboardle could be handled by one mediocre journalist, I doubt it could destroy an entire civilization.
Yeah, I'm thinking much bigger and much nastier. Something we can hardly even imagine.
The wrath of Mother Nature? Or perhaps the wrath of those sacrificed?
Amusing as this grisly history is, none of that explains why the island suddenly rose from the sea.
Maybe it wanted to be found.
Islands don't generally want things, Chandler.
Unless those lost and vengeful lie dormant still beneath our feet.
You know, I think I've learned all I can for now. What say we call it quits today? For our own good.
All right, sounds good to me.
Having fun.
Okay, so, do you want to come back to the raft with us, or keep exploring?
Alright, let's go to the raft.
Wonderful. And on the
Head
way,
back to the
I'll
snack
regale you
tube.
with stories about other temple collapses.
Alright, but let's talk to
I am
everyone.
skeptical of the idea that Krampus' sacrifice is the true catalyst for snack gigantification. However, this is infeasible and, yes, unethical to test at the moment. Regrettably, I must leave with more questions than answers. However, rest assured that I am by no means finished researching this island.
Oh, Floofty. Zelda?
I'm gonna need new bones after this. Anything but one
Oh, good
finally
one.
understands the mother's will. Broken Tooth is not a vision of the past, but of our future. And you better be ready for it.
Right.
It seems like
And I
the
was
more we
ready
learn
for it.
about Snacktooth's history, the grimmer it gets. But that's the dark side of archaeology. Civilization never collapses in a nice way. On the bright side, we might have just discovered the historical basis for the myth of Grumplantus. Grandma Lotta Blog would have loved to see this.
What? Okay, talk to Chandlo.
We've been gone so long. I'm gonna call Snorpy the second we get signal again. Because
Aww.
I miss him a lot, but also so he knows it's us. So he doesn't try to blow up the raft.
Oh, Chandlo, but very true considering how paranoid he can get. Alright, Tribune, Deep Impact. Complete the adventure at Broken Tooth. Right, but we still got a few things to do once we get back to Snack Tooth. Still gotta figure out what that key is for.
Snorp
Aww.
Chandler, my
Oh right, because Snorby didn't
You're in
reveal
one
his
piece.
feelings yet.
And I mean, of course you are. I had the utmost faith in you.
Oh, please. You were likely in tears the entire time.
I was not. Trithany, what in the world did you find out there?
Oh gosh, that's a long story. I kind of want to get home to Wamby first, if you don't mind. But let's meet up in town and I'll tell you the details over some snack waters, yeah?
Aw.
Yes, let's. Ah, and Shelda's alive and well?
Yeah, my joints are killing me. But sure, one must meditate with a tincture of willow and cloves.
If you inform me of the recipe, I could find a way to augment the effects. Consider this an effort to be less deliberately antagonistic towards you.
Aw.
Thanks, I guess.
Floofties being helpful? Seriously, Chandler, what happened over there? Grumpanotti mind control?
I don't know. We're just finding ourselves out here, Snorp Dog. And, speaking of that, Snorpy, I'm sorry for making you come to Snacktooth.
Oh, well, that's all right. It may not be my favorite place, but I know you're just doing what you think is best.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, you sound like you've got something weighing on your mind.
Yeah, I do. But I think it can wait. Let's just go home and chill, okay?
Well, I'm nothing if not chill.
Thanks for everything, dog. We'll see you back at Snacksburg.
Alright. But before we go put the key where it's supposed to be, let's head back to Snacksburg. Alright. Yep. Be able to check the mail. As I also did do a few of the side quests. Well, well, in between these videos. I didn't want it taking up too much time. Aww. Ooh, awesome. Gramble, Jessica, Janlo, Griffiny. Oh, awesome. Wait a minute. You have what you need to enter a very special space.
Listen up, pal.
Right?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I think I know. Hmm.
Hey,
Get a crapple. Get a shiny worm.
Hello, darling.
Ooh, I love this one. Change things up a little bit in here. Ooh, I love the paw print rug. The record player right there for now. I know I'll get more stuff later. Alright. I'd say let's get back out there. Because I do want to get all the achievements. Wait a minute. Because I want to make sure. Green peel bug. I don't remember where. That must be for Eggabell. Well, I mean, no, wait, that must be Snorpy. Right. No, not back to Broken Tooth. I think we can do some stuff before heading to the secret area. I know I said I would head to it, but I do want to be able to get the last 2 achievements in the Let's Play series. But you never know, they might actually add more DLC onto this game in the future. Because judging by the fact, I've had a little theory, because considering the fact there were 2 empty spaces that I seen before the DLC came out, I think we might get another one. Oh my god! Detected! But I've also been hunting for Bugsnax with hats. Aww, I didn't mean to scare the Roodle. Coming! a new snack hat, Sauce Guzzler. Ugh. That seems kind of weird to drink, you know, the sauce. Forgot how to crouch. Alright. Ow! Hey, it's Snack Pod. Twisty Snack Pod. Alright, to find, because I'm thinking it would have to be up high. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute, was it on top of it? Alright, there we go. Got that back for Wambus. Oh, funny how you can go back to just where it all started out for the game. So then we're gonna be going to the Frosted. And just gotta head back to Garden Grove. Man, caught so many Bugsnax. Hopefully there's more if we get another DLC. I just love how interesting this DLC was. Hmm? I wonder if it's the other one, though. Wait a minute. Scorched Short. Ah, there we go. Because I was wondering for a second, because I know there are two types of weenie worms, and I was like, ah. Alright, but let's head to the Scorched Gorge. Oh, I'm gonna take a break for a minute, but I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. Oh, wait a minute. Alright, now I'm ready to get back right into Bugsnax. Let me remember what we're doing. Alright, Shy Weenie Worm. Sorry, been doing a lot. I get sidetracked, I forget what I'm doing, and then... Alright. Then we gotta find a green peel bug. Cause then... I feel like... Okay, so it is here. Got ya, you little weenie worm. Alright, and then where was that hole? Right, and then bust out the snack trap. Got ya. Got a green peel bug. Right, then to head to the Frosted Peaks. Oh, I see the Cheddaboardle Rex on there. Alright. So then... Nerpa. A little Scooby. I just love it. I just love how adorable it looks. Reminds me of a Frenchie. Ah! Right. Then to find a cherry. Got ya. Alright. And then, gotta find... Alright. So I know last time it was in here. Right there. Wow. This cave is beautiful. All right. So hopefully I'm right about this. Man, but I do want to actually practice drawing all the characters from Bugsnax. Because I know I still need a little bit more practice. I'm thinking of looking up some art later to just be able to practice drawing them. But I would love to make some little pretty sweet drawings of each of them. Especially for an idea I have in mind. Alright, so then judging by the way there was classified in there, Ah. Up and at him, Snorpy. Haha. Alright, snack spearmint. Cake legs. Oh no! Giving Snorpy a little bit more. Patty cake legs. I just love him looking like this. Looks so adorable. Alright. Then to put Cheery in the donation box. Alright. Cause I knew it had been Cheery, just considering how adorable it was. Oh, right. Shelda wanted a Crabble. Crapple. Let's head to Boiling Bay. Cause man, only slipped on my mind. I thought it was a cream peel bug, but must have been mistaken. Would love to really sketch out all these little Bugsnax. Because I've been planning on doing my own tribute for Young Horse Games for making the awesome game we all know and love. Bust out the trap. Alright, this seems like a good spot to set it up. I just gotta get out of the water. Alright. Got ya. Gotta head back to Snacksburg. Give Shelda what she wants.
Him that is called Chandlo, teach farewell.
Alright. Thanks, Shelda.
All right.
Alright. Wambus. What? Ramble.
Ooh.
Aw. Got all those Bugsnax in Sugar Pine Woods already.
Ooh. Hey, buddy. Whoa.
Gotta catch a flamin' cheap roof. Got him already.
Okay.
Oh, right, because we never really got an interview with Eggabell. Considering the fact that we never really got it.
How's it going?
Alright, but let's head back to the Frosted Peak and talk to Eggabell. I never really got that whole interview with her. Alright, but let's head back. The door on the Frosted Peak.
Okay.
Hey, Eggabell.
Oh?
Never did get a real
Right,
interview
right.
with you.
You are a journalist after all. Honestly, I'm nothing special, but if you really want to know more about me, I'll answer your questions.
Alright. Start the interview. Because never got to do this in the original. Alright. Interview with Eggabell. Who are you?
Dr. Eggabell Batternugget, MD. Well,
What do you
in
do
school, I
specially in
focused on
medical?
endocrinology, but the clinic I worked at was so small. In practice, I wound up doing family medicine.
Oh. So, why come to Snacktooth Island?
Come on, you know why. Lizbert said I didn't have to come, that she'd be back to see me whenever she could, but I wasn't gonna let myself get left behind.
Aw.
They're a perfectly
Thoughts on
balanced source of
Bugsnax?
nutrition with upsetting side effects that are otherwise harmless.
Alright, Doctor, but how do they make you
They make me
feel?
feel like, for a little while, nothing else in the world matters. And that can be nice sometimes.
What about my Bugsnax?
Wait,
Oh,
you're
right!
allergic
Because
to
the
Bugsnax? What have you been
protagonist
eating all this time?
is allergic to Bugsnax. Well,
Okay,
us
good.
mostly.
It's not the healthiest diet long term, but Gramble and Shelda are doing all right. I'll give you a checkup once we've brought Liz back home.
Okay. But why did you leave
We've covered
town?
that already.
Right. But any info on Lizbert?
I know everything about Liz, but somehow she's still a mystery to me. It's been like that since day one.
Aw. How did you two
I
meet?
was working at my clinic in the middle of nowhere, thinking about how, once again, I didn't have any plans for the weekend. When Elizabeth Megafig literally kicked down my door, I
Wow.
immediately passed out.
So that's how they met.
Her
What
injuries were pretty
happened?
Serious.
bone fractures, full body contusions, and way less blood than she ought to have. When she was conscious
Oh,
again,
wow.
she told me all about her adventures. The ruin collapse that nearly killed her. The treasure of Grumsylvania. Everything. The second she could walk, Liz tried going right back to those ruins.
So what did you do?
I couldn't stop her, so I decided to go with her. Just to make sure she'd be okay.
What?
And one amazing adventure later, I quit my job and left town with the love of my life.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, we're done? Well, thanks for...
Man, that is so cool
Hey,
to know more
You
about.
know how to use the projector, right?
That is so cool to know more about it.
It's
Huh?
nice to look back on the good times once in a while, and I think you'd like to see it.
Whoa. Number 0.
Well, I'll get back to it. Stay safe out there.
Thanks, Segabell. Nah. Rather keep her just the way she is. But man, that is so crazy getting to know more about Eggabell, considering the fact that we never really got an interview with her in the main game. But I do want to head back to Snacksburg because I know this video is going on for way longer than it needs to be. But I'm excited to see just what the very first one, being Tape 0, is all about. But it looks like we're not going to get another DLC from what I was looking at. I definitely think this might be the big lead up for Bugsnax too. From what it looks like. Go to Lisbeth and Eggabell's hut. Man, can't believe this is first one.
Is it on? Okay. Hey, Liz. While you're busy exploring Snacktooth, I thought you might want to see how our town is coming together. I know you'll see it when you come back, but isn't it fun to watch a work in progress?
Hey! Egga Bro! I was just asking Snorpy where we should put your crib!
Aww.
Oh, I think anywhere would be fine. Really.
Nonsense! I'm looking to create the optimum tactical advantage here. Which direction does Lisbeth face when sleeping, and does she keep her eyes open?
You would have to ask Liz.
Right.
But Lisbert's gone, dog! We can't wait for her to come back! We need a decision now!
Sounds like a job for Bilbo! I think Liz would want a place close to everybody. Chandlo, Snorpy, we're gonna put Liz and Egg's house right at the heart of town.
Aww.
Are we? And who exactly put you in charge?
Lisbeth did?
Oh.
I don't recall that part.
Everybody keeps forgetting that I'm kinda in charge. There's gotta be some way I can remind that.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Oh, speaking of my mayoral duties, I've been trying to come up with a name for our town. What do you think of Lisbertalia?
Absolutely not!
Even I have to admit that's a little too Liz-centric. This place belongs to all of us.
Oh, okay, yeah, good point, good point. So what's something we all have in common?
Well, we all like Bugsnax, right?
Of course. So something food-related, like, Yumbill, Picnic Place, Foodburg.
Snackington Square, the hamlet of Eastdale.
Flavor Town!
I kind of like Foodburg, and Snackington's good, but a little too...
Oh, so that's how they came up with the name for Snacksburg.
Snacksburg.
Snacksburg! I like it!
It does have a certain rustic charm.
Then it's settled. As mayor, I hereby declare that our home will be named Snacksburg.
Yo, Bilbo! Don't we need to vote? This is a democracy, dog!
Oh,
Right. Then as mayor, I hereby declare that we will hold a referendum on whether to name our new home Snacksburg. Hooray!
aw. Before everything with Lisbeth happened. Man, that is pretty cool to just see what they were up to even while Lisbeth was away. Because I know with the with the 5 tapes, we've seen Lisbeth in every single one of them, but just seeing one without her in it, now that is pretty good. It was really nice detail that they added in.
Hey, buddy, I've got another surprise for
Oh,
you.
wow!
Let's go see your hut.
I lifted your crib, dog!
I can see that, Chandlo.
That's right. You've got a 2-floor apartment now. You're really moving up in the world, huh? I
Yep.
was just thinking you've gotten so many presents from the rest of us, you were probably running out of room.
Yeah.
I even asked Chandlo for a 3rd floor, but he said something about restricted airspace.
Philbro, as mayor of Snacksburg, you really ought to read up on our zoning guidelines.
Yeah, I'll do that. In the meantime, buddy, I can't wait to see what you do with your new place.
Oh, thanks, Philbo.
Yeah, dog! Especially after we send you even more stuff!
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for the help.
Aw. Nice. Wow. No message from Lisbeth herself. To see that, even though we all know she's still missing. Aww. We'll go do a little thing for us. Right? But at least with the 2nd floor, then... Oh, we haven't gotten anything for the roof yet. So that is still gonna be something that we hold off on. Awesome, really moving up. Beautiful. But alright. So I think that this is a good place to end it.
Hello, darling.
And this next part of Snacks, Bugsnax. But in the next part, we're gonna be trying to get into the one space, well, the area for the triangular key. And hopefully, ending this Let's Play series off. But alright, so before I end this video, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons and YouTube members for donating money to the channel. As all you guys out there can donate money to the channel too as well, just head over to the Patreon link or the YouTube membership link in the description below and donate money if you can. As all donations will go into helping me make more awesome videos just like this on the channel for all you guys out there to enjoy. But alright, so like always, if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and smash the subscribe button for more awesome content in the future just like this, and make sure to click that notification bell down below for my latest videos and updates. And make sure to head over to Patreon or the YouTube membership to help support my college classes, but to also help support the channel. But yeah, I'm Princess Swordheart, the Gamer Queen, And I'm signing off. Bye!